Hey good people, it is the first day of May and we are back on the homestead about to show you the best things to grow in your zone 7B garden here in May. We're just coming off of a few weeks, it feels like a month of just drought in Alabama and in Georgia. There was like no rain at all, and then all of a sudden this week we have had so much rain. So we were so thankful because we got a lot of our crops in the ground this week, and we got some more to do today. And I'm going to show you some of our favorites that we plant in May, and then also some best tips along the way. Lord knows the days that we are living in and the days that are coming, we need to grow our own food. So let's go. So I'd also recommend finding your plants, if you're not going by seed, finding local nurseries or local growers that are selling plants. Honestly, I prefer supporting my community and local growers than big box stores like Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's. I way prefer supporting my local growers. We have a neighbor who sells plants and they're heirloom and for Alabama. So I always buy from him if I haven't been able to grow my own plants from seed. But this is what we're planting right here. So all around here is flowers. My daughter is starting her own flower business. So she has zinnias and cosmos, marigolds, baby's breath, a whole bunch of stuff over here. As you can see, she put her little things, and I thought it was so perfect because it was like literally the staircase of my children, my oldest, my middle, and the youngest. And they have their rows here, and she did succession planting here. So on this row we did, I believe it was the week of her birthday, then the week after we did this row, and then the week after this row. So she'll have flowers all summer long to sell on our farm stand. So those are great things to start planting now. They really love warm soil, so getting some flowers in the ground is really a great idea, especially because you're encouraging pollinators, which are always a benefit to your crops. Right now, right here we have our tomatoes. We have Cherokee Purple, which is an heirloom variety, and Celebrity, which is disease resistant, and we bury the stems up to the first leaves. So there were some leaves down here. We went ahead and buried the stems, and that just allows for a massive root system, so it can concentrate on the roots. Later on, when they start growing, we'll clip the suckers, and we'll actually keep those suckers, put them in some water, let them root, and then we'll have another some more tomatoes. And of course we're going to do succession planting again because I can tomato sauce, and that's going to be perfect for us to have tomatoes all summer long to be able to do that. So here again we have Cherokee Purple and Celebrity. We also have some Roma down there, and I think we have a total of 30 tomato plants right now, and we're trying to get up to 60, so we'll plant another 30 in a few weeks. We're planting what we eat. I think that's the most important thing, is to plant what you eat. If you don't like okra, don't plant it. It is a great cover crop though, and I'll probably talk about that a little bit in our video. So my husband is tilling this area right here, and here he's gonna put our Clemson spineless okra and our burgundy okra, and they are heat lovers. So what we did was we soaked the seeds overnight to speed up germination, and then we're going to plant okra as a cover crop. We don't necessarily care for okra, but we know that here in the South a lot of people love okra. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant it as a cover crop and also harvest it and sell it on our farm stand to those who want some fresh, delicious, locally grown organic okra. So it's going to work for us. Here we have our raised beds. My husband's going to start building 3 more raised beds for our fall crops, just to add some more. But for right now, this is what we have, and this is what we got going on. We have peppers. These are peppers that my children grew from seed. These are banana peppers. We have orange, green, and yellow peppers here. We also have some herbs like sage and basil. And here, right here, is our catnip. Catnip tea is so good for if you have indigestion, stomach aches. especially for babies that have colic. Catnip is amazing. And also your cats love it too. And we actually got, praise the Lord, our neighbor gave us this cattle panel. And she has a whole bunch of horses, and she was getting rid of all of her, I believe it's called cattle panel. And we're using that to trellis our cucumbers. So I also planted a lot of cucumber seeds here that should be germinating soon. We have some cucumbers, some small cucumbers there that'll grow. And what it'll do, the plan is that it'll grow and hang here real nice, and then we'll pick them. And I think it'll just be super, super pretty. We have another one here.
What? My feet is cat.
We're also going to put some sweet potatoes here. We have a lot of slips, and we've had great success growing sweet potatoes in raised beds. We've also had great success growing them in our orchard area, and we got lots and lots of potatoes last year. So we're just gonna try it here and see how that does. I'm also gonna get my children, and we're going to start growing our beans. I love growing green beans. We grow lots of green beans because we use these string beans. I blanch them, I freeze them, I can them, and we usually are able to eat these green beans past Thanksgiving. So we love it. It's prolific. It is really quick to grow, and it adds nitrogen to the soil in your in-ground garden. Now is also a good time to start planting your corn. And if you want to use the Three Sisters method, I have a video that really shows a great way to do that. We are not planting corn this year, but that's the great thing about gardening, is that you don't have to grow everything. I truly believe that community is so important when you're homesteading, because we haven't had the greatest success at growing corn, but we have a neighbor who grows the sweetest, most beautiful corn ever. And so we've traded our blueberries for his corn all the time, and it's fantastic. We also get watermelons and all that stuff. So it's awesome to have community. We are not islands. We are not meant to do this life alone. It's such a blessing to be able to rely on each other. Another thing that we also do is mulch. Mulching is key, because when those Alabama summers hit and it is 90 degrees, the rain and the moisture retention is going to drop exponentially. So what we do is we have a lot of aged non-sprayed straw that we use in our chicken coop, and as we turn out that chicken coop and clean it out, we take that very straw that has all that nitrogen fixing chicken manure, and we place that right in our gardens, right around the crops around each plant, and that helps to retain the water and add some very important nutrients to each of our plants. All right, so what my son is doing is he's aerating the soil right now, because we've had days and days of lots of rain. What that can sometimes do is compact the soil and keep it all clumpy, which doesn't allow for sprouts to happen. So there goes kitty cat. So he's just going to lightly rake it, and then my daughter's gonna come behind him and plant our green beans. It's gonna germinate quickly, about 6 to 8 days, and we're gonna space it out about 20 inches. So let's get to planting our green beans. Got 'em. Awesome. All right, you see the holes that I created? Just put one in there, okay? Yeah. We're gonna cover it lightly. Here.
Garfield's just like, oh, it's nice to see you guys working. So mean. That's so mean.
loves that. He says, keep up the good work, guys.
I'm your cheerleader. Woo!
We have some medicinal yarrow here that's in bloom. I'm gonna make sure I harvest these blossoms and some of the leaves before my husband tills this area, because this yarrow is wonderful. It helps with fevers. It helps with repelling mosquitoes. If you put some of this in the spray bottle with some hydrogen peroxide or alcohol or witch hazel, it's really great for that too. I use this in salves as well. So I love me some yarrow, and it always grows around this time. And with all the rain, it's finally shooting up. So I'm gonna harvest this. Remind myself to harvest this before my husband goes ahead and tills this area for our okra, because this is where we're gonna put all of our okra as our cover crop. My husband truly believes in regenerative agriculture, and it's going to give back to the soil so that next spring and summer, we'll plant here and then let this area rest. So, yeah. What y'all doing over there? Okay, take that from him, please. All right, so now we're walking towards the orchard. Our homestead is a complete 12 acres. So we're utilizing different spaces on the property to grow our own food. So right here is our orchard. That's the hoop house that definitely needs to be re-clothed or canvassed, whatever you call it. We have wineberry here. Love wineberry. What you picking?
Some like white clover so we can make a lot of tea.
White clover to make tea? It is a delicious tea, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't eat one.
Yummy.
Yeah.
So here we have our wineberry. So delicious. We actually got this from my brother and sister-in-law. They have a whole bunch of wineberry, and we took some, and now it's going to give these delicious berries. They're so good. Okay, we have pawpaw here. We have a female and a male, and hopefully last year it fruited, but the birds got to it before we could. So hopefully we will get some fruit from this pawpaw tree. Now we have figs here. I use this fig. Ooh, what is digging in there? We have a whole host of stuff. Ugh. And we haven't mowed because we don't mow in May to encourage pollinators and everything. But this grass is getting pretty tall, so we're gonna have to wear our boots because tick season is here. We also have apple trees. This is our pink lady apple tree here. You can see the blossoms. We actually have not pruned this year, and that's our bad. We got so bombarded with chore tasks that we forgot to prune this, so it is really high. It has branched out way too much. Here we have our nectarine and our peaches. Yeah, we got some peaches. This tree, ooh, yes. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Get out of the grass! Get out of the grass! Okay, so the video is over. Something crawled up my legs and almost ended my life. I don't know what that was. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm about to go home and find out what bit me. That is not funny, man. Put some comfrey on this thing. Ow! Did y'all get bit?
No, I didn't get bit. I didn't get bit, but it like crawled up on me.
Something crawled up on you? All right, y'all. Bye.